or Chief Press Secretary to the Governor of Zamfara State, Suleiman Idris, joins us on the news at 10. It's good to have you join us on the news.
Thank you for having me.
Well, our condolences go out to the grieving families who have lost loved ones in this incident. Can you help us understand and provide more details on what actually happened? That's the accidental airstrike and the circumstances surrounding it.
Yes, what actually happened, just a few days, there was precision strikes by the Air Force in Zamfara with two local governments, Maradu local government and Zurmi local government. So what actually happened is that there was a report sent to the Air Force that there was a site of the bandits in Maradu local, a village within Maradu local government area and Zurmi local government, because they share the border, the two local governments. So the Air Force sent the airplane to the location where they successfully hit the target in Maradu local government. So it was a successful operation within in 3 days. Within the 3 days, but yesterday something happened in a village called Gidamba in Boko district in Maradu local, in Zurmi local government. The bandits went to 2 villages, and a report was sent to the Air Force. Immediately after receiving the distress report, they went to the location where the bandits were sighted, and that was where the precision strike was activated, and they hit the bandits in that Gidamakera village. So after that, there was a reinforcement of the local vigilantes, because there were local vigilantes in most of these villages. So there was a reinforcement of those local vigilantes in that same location, along the Gidamakera village, and a place called Tungar. In that location, I forgot the name of the village. So immediately the Air Force left the Gidamakera village. They received another report that their bandits were mobilizing to go to another village. So on their way to that village, they sighted a group of people on motorcycles, and that was the tactics, the strategy that the bandits usually adopt while committing those crimes. So the Air Force hit that target, and unfortunately, it was the local vigilantes that were hit.
Mr. Idris, I hear you, but help us understand what collaboration you have with the military, particularly the Air Force, to prevent similar incidents. Are there plans to review or adjust this operation?
No, there is a collaboration between the state government and the Air Force, especially the Air Force. Whenever there is a distress call from those villages, the state government reach out to the Air Force that in so-so locations there are issues, bandits were sighted in so-so localities, and they immediately mobilize and go to those places. So there is collaboration. You know, war, in places where you have such occurrences, a place like Zamfara that we are facing the bandits, that the ongoing onslaught, you must have cases of casualties, civilian casualties, and this is what the military call the collateral damage. It happens all over the world, but what we're saying is that we would just look for more ways to prevent such things from happening in the future.
As a government, really, what immediate support are you offering to these families? Because the local vigilantes were trying to do what they were deployed to do.
Already, His Excellency the Governor, since yesterday, after receiving the news of the incident has mobilized the deputy governor and the secretary to the state government to go to those localities and get a first-hand information of the happening. So there is immediate support now for the victims, especially those that were injured, because there are many people that were injured and they were taken to the hospital. So the government is extending support to those injured local vigilantes. And for the families, the government will see what it will do, because the governor has promised that we'll do whatever it takes to make sure that we reach out to the family with all the necessary support, and also to prevent the occurrences of such things in the future.
Chief Press Secretary to the Governor of Zamfara State, Suleiman Idris, thank you so much for talking to us. Let's bring in security expert Inko Taria Ipalibo. He joins us on the news at 10. It's good to have you join us. We're still staying on this matter. In the past, we've had bombings of civilians in the military's battle against bandits. There have been similar incidents. Or do you believe the airstrike was intended for the bandits, or was it a case of mistaken identity, really?
Well, good evening, and thank you for having me. First of all, I'd like to condole with the families of those that died. Okay.
Mr. Inko Taria, I'm asking it really, is there something wrong with intelligence gathering? We've seen, in the past, we've seen bombings of civilians over time, and some people are saying, is it really a case of mistaken identity? Well, we'll bring in Mr. Inko Taria Ipalibo will be talking to us about the accidental bombing in Zamfara State. Still to come on TVC News at 10. NDLEA seizes 40-feet trailer load of cannabis at an abandoned petrol station in Abuja. Stay with us for details.